Okay, now we're okay, good.
Or you can stop it here.
Yeah, we're getting ready here. Thank you.
So let's get off all right.
She's free.
Sorry.
No, that's me overstretched. We have 7 people here, so we have a quorum. We'll wait a few more minutes, because right now only Mary's online. And she's a guest. I don't see anybody else trying to get into the meeting yet.
Eric's,
So,
Eric's doctor just signed.
okay. Okay, good. I'm gonna admit Eric. Okay. That makes 8. Wait another couple of minutes to let everybody calling online to get online. And Eric, you can hear us? That'd be good. I'm gonna move the microphone to more of the center of the room. Hey.
iPhone entered the waiting room
Okay,
like it walked in.
by Douglas. I think it's Bob. Usually comes in my iPhone. Bob, was that you on the, that you here? I see it. Working on this one.
John Roller.
Yeah. Worried about that. Oh. Yeah. See anybody else? It's in the waiting room. And Bob, I just want to make sure that's you.
Yep, there he is.
Okay, that is Bob, good, all right. So,
Got extra paper, Mark?
I have extra paper. Taking, one of the, well, let's see here. Well, actually, I do.
I meant, agenda stuff.
Oh,
Never mind.
Right, we can share down here. Thanks.
okay, if there's anybody in the waiting room, I think we're gonna have to get started. Right, and we'll start off by reviewing by introductions, I guess. We have Lenny's here, Bob's remote, Bob Douglas, John Gory's here, Catherine's here, Art's here, Howard's here, I'm here, Tom is here, Eric is remote, and Walter is here. So we have a quorum, and so we can officially open the meeting.
And Marion's guest too.
And Mary Davis is a guest. And she's remote. All right, so now we're gonna review the agenda. Open the meeting up. Have this section for public comment. We're gonna review the minutes from our last meeting, which was May 16th. Want to make sure we're recorded. I don't think we're recording.
No.
Okay, review the minutes for May 16th. We're gonna talk about a select board, vote to terminate LWAC. And we're gonna reconstitute it with with membership changes. We'll give an update on the dam activities, an update on, the GZA, work on the Lake Wyola watershed engineering study. And then any items we didn't reasonably anticipate prior to the meeting. Any questions on the agenda? Okay, let's see, so let's have a section for public comment. Is there any public comments? I don't think so. All right, if it's okay with everybody, we'll move on to to review and approve the minutes for our last meeting. I think it was May 18th, not May 16th, as I said. Any comments or corrections that anybody saw?
Move to approve.
Second.
Vote to approve the minutes. So Kathy, motioned. And Walter, second. We'll vote, Len,
I wasn't there, so.
okay. So, okay, I guess that's considered abstaining. All right, Bob, Douglas. Yeah, Bob, it is gone.
Yeah, I'll vote aye.
Okay, John,
Yes.
Catherine,
Yes.
Art,
Abstain.
abstained. Howard,
Yes,
Mark is yes, Tom,
Yes.
Terry is an absent. And Eric
Yes.
and Walter.
Yes.
Okay, so the minutes are approved. Okay. Next item on the agenda, at the last select board meeting. Bailey proposed to terminate the committee. And reconstitute, terminate this committee, and reconstitute with a change in membership. And that change included. Let's see here. We still have the same board members, like the select board, planning board, conservation commission. Rep, and board of health reps. 3 seats, there are, it's the dam keeper, fire chief, the fire chief or EMT director. And 1 engineer, 1 resident technical expert, which is Walter. Those would be moved to non-voting positions. For some reason. And then the remainder of the committee would have 4 seats, which would have 3 residents. Or property owners from the watershed. Not necessarily LWAC members. It could be pretty much anybody in the watershed, and 1 at-large community member. Since that, and the select board voted to approve that. Since that meeting, I think that the vote was done in violation of open meeting laws because it wasn't even on the agenda. The agenda item was to add Mary to the meeting, to the committee, and not to terminate the committee, but that's neither here nor there. Because I'm not really sure how we go from here. I know if the select board wants to have a meeting with the LWAC on a joint meeting on the 7th of this month, or June 7th. July 7th, excuse me. And to hear our opinions on things, it's also gonna be open to the public, so I imagine there's some people from the Lake Wyola water district or Lake Wyola committee or association will have some comments. Any comments from the room?
Can we hear from Eric? Before we,
Sure. Let's, where to start on that one. I think the general idea, and we've sort of had this similar discussions in this committee setting, is like the LWAC is an ad hoc committee, whatever the hell that means. I don't even know what it means, but I think it does mean that we're not sort of an official committee. And that seems like a crazy idea to the select board. I think it's fair to say that the the notion is we should try to correct the who's on this committee and how it's done and what its charge is, and it should be more of an official committee, if you will. To answer some of Mark's questions or points about like why the ex officio people were simply because there are violations of open meeting law and not open meeting law, but conflict of interest. Like, and I'm not saying this is happening, obviously, but let's just say to have the fire chief. Oh, excuse me, my voice is losing here, my voice here, but to have the fire chief, who's a paid position, be on this committee and allowed to vote on his basically on his actions. You have a situation where he has a conflict of interest, and that's just a legal, whatever it is, it's a legal thing. And that's the same, so really true of anybody. I'm not sure it would be true of the select board or not. I was wondering about that. We'd have to ask Donna, but it might be because we get paid something, minimal, but we do get paid, as does the dam keeper and emergency management director and so forth. So I think the idea is really to sort of straighten it out, so not so that it reduces the power of this committee, but actually sort of formalizes it and makes it set up so that it's an official thing that's not really violating conflict of interest laws and all that kind of thing. I don't know if that's all clear or not, or you want to ask me questions might be the way to do this. I'm not sure.
Eric, has anybody asked Donna about this conflict of interest thing? Because it seems a little sketchy to me, frankly.
I believe, and I'm not sure, Donna's been on vacation, so I'm not sure. I think Haley has talked to her about it in the past. I'm not 100% sure. But certainly we should be consulted. There's no question about that. It's just one of these things where paid people, paid employees can't, how should I say it? I mean, they can't be on a committee that basically is in charge of those employees. I can understand that. I understand the principle of it anyway. I understand it, but it certainly would have to be run by Donna for sure, if it hasn't been already.
It was well before you were on the select board, I think, that we the reason we have the EMD and the dam keeper is that we merged the dam management committee and LWAC, mainly
Right.
because we were all the same people. And so we kept the votes that those members had on their independent committee. It seems
Right.
wrong to take them away.
I mean, I can see where you're coming from by saying but this board doesn't tell the emergency management director what to do.
It's advisory.
It's just an advisory committee.
Right,
So I don't
and
see where there's,
advise the select board and then they make the decisions. It doesn't seem like there's really a possibility for conflict of interest.
And I know,
it's a legal point that we absolutely have to ask Don about for sure. I think, yeah, I don't really know I'm not a lawyer. So I don't really know the answer to exactly. I think the idea would be to set up something that guaranteed we weren't in any way violating any kind of rules like that. And maybe this is the way to do it. I don't know. We should get their opinion for sure.
the charge of conflict of interest sounds questionable to me. I know down in Amherst, town officials sit as voting members on all kinds of committees. And so I don't know. I mean, I certainly wouldn't want to proceed on the assumption that that's correct interpretation without getting
No, I agree.
a legal opinion, but more pressing is the select board going to address the OML violation, or because the vote was in violation of open meeting law?
What, I'm not sure about that. Either of those
That's
things.
pretty
I mean,
clear.
I'm not the chair of the committee. I just do whatever what is decided. So I assume if that's something people want us to talk about, we'll look at it. I think we did, to be honest, between me and the wall. I think what the select we did it's just kind of a sloppy situation that happened even at all. I think I'm not sure it was an open meeting law violation, but it wasn't. It's just where a conversation. It sort of kind of morphed from the discussion about whether or not we should have 12 members of the committee or 11, or it grew out of that discussion, and it should have stopped, and we should have had a separate. I would agree with you there. We should have had a separate vote on it. We did it the way we did it, which
I would say that if you guys voted, the vote's invalid, and you guys can either decide to walk it back, or the Secretary of State can get involved and force you to walk it back. But given that it should have been on the agenda, it should have been in the packet, and it wasn't, the easiest way to proceed is just for you guys to revoke the vote.
right. I would agree. I'm not. I wouldn't disagree with that notion, and that's fine. I mean, we could vote. We could put on the as well as Mark said it's on the July 7th agenda, so it's on that agenda in a good way. That it is a way that we could all talk about it legally and everything.
There's the legal point here, but there's also a kind of point of etiquette, for a better word. It's a real failure of collegiality for the select board to make major decisions about a committee without consulting that committee in any way in advance. That's just wrong. It's disrespectful to the town employees or the town volunteers that make this town work to a large extent. I think we have the right to feel offended and angry about this vote.
Okay, I will accept that. I think you're right. I mean, if I personally had to do it a different way, I would do it a different way, and I'm all for revoking it or call any of those things you want to do to. Yeah, I agree with you.
So how do we proceed from here? We had at our last meeting, we had a vote that this committee was like 9-1 abstention. Tom abstained to keep the committee as it is, functioning as it is, with 5 members from the association on it. There is nothing that says that the association members can't be on the committee. Right? But and I confirmed that with Haley. There's no. She said it would be a conflict of interest if more than two members were directors of the association, and we don't direct more than 2 members. We only have 1 member. Sorry. So that's certainly not a conflict of interest. I'm not sure what to do here.
I think we should wait until the July 7th meeting,
Meeting.
just table
Make any,
that, then discuss it with the whole, with everybody who's present.
I think that's a good idea.
I think so too. Do we have to vote on that?
I don't think
I think
so.
I
so.
don't think so.
We're not taking any action.
No, we're not.
No, but do we want to present a sense of the committee at this meeting, or do we just want to speak as individuals?
If it's July 7th meeting,
July 7th.
yeah, I think I think a little bit of both. I can certainly speak for the committee when, some of the history that we've gone through in the past 6, 7 months. We've had these discussions, meeting after meeting. We've tried a few changes and couldn't reach any compromise. We basically decided to leave it like it is.
And Mark, could you or somebody who's been on the committee a long time pull together a history of the committee and sort of, how it came into being, what it's done?
Yeah, I can certainly do that. And the things we've accomplished as a committee. We've been a very productive committee over the years. Yeah, we've been good. The members of this group have been good stewards of the lake. And maintaining equal access to everybody, like whether it's protecting the dam, whether it's protecting the boat ramp or the water testing. I can put together a list of a few things we've accomplished.
Well, and let me just say this, the newbie on the committee, one of the newbies. I have a concern about removing some expertise at a time when that expertise is really going to be needed. If we're going to rebuild the dam, if we're going to repair the boat ramp, we're facing climate change stuff. We really need expert voices in the room.
Mary has her hand up too, just so you know.
So not a good time to be replacing the experts.
Fully agree. Mary, your hand raised.
Yeah, I think also to the point at the meeting, and for the committee, when they were voting in the discussion to eliminate the committee, they basically eliminated everybody on this committee without any thought to who should be carried over or what the expertise for the people here were. So I think that addresses the same point, but that's basically it.
According to Haley, there is an application that we'll have to fill out. We could still be on the committee. We have to
Reapply.
We have to reapply to be on the committee. And I'm not sure what's in that application, and I don't know who makes the call of who's on the committee and who's not on the committee.
That would be the select board.
Yeah, the select board does that.
Okay.
It's just to make it like any other committee in town where if you want to be on the, well, some are elected. I should, it's not like any other committee, but if you want to be on the Conservation Commission, you have to go through the process of getting appointed to it.
Well, everybody has to be appointed.
I don't object to the process. I object to that. They're changing the committee and basically saying none of us cross over on the committee. We all have to go back and apply. That's my, not that people shouldn't have to apply, but it just seems strange that you've been a member. A lot of these people have been members for years and years and years. And there's no consideration given as to whether or not that would be considered in the application or anything for that matter.
Yeah, I can testify for one vote of on the select board. It would make a difference, a lot of difference. I have no personal interest in changing this committee at all. In terms of its membership, that's that's what I would say.
And in the past, each member has to be appointed by the select board every year anyways. Has been.
That's right.
It's not like we've been making up our own
Right.
who we want on here. It had to go through the select board.
It's always gone, the select board has always made the decisions who's on this committee.
Right, and as far as the town boards and committees who are represented, those are chosen by their
That
committee. They're voted by their committee. And they're only putting forward one candidate to the select board. So it's kind of, it's the idea of actually having to apply for that when you've been voted it seems superfluous and insulting.
Completely agree. I'm kind of insulted by the fact that they are removing the requirements to be a Lake Wyola Association member, someone who's really done a good job of protecting that lake for 30 years. And just think it's just,
Wasn't even included.
yeah. So yeah, that's right. That was included. Okay, any other comments? Okay, hopefully we'll all see you on the 7th. Next item on the agenda is an update on dam activities. Howard, is this dam full?
Within 3 inches
Okay, so,
as of this morning. And if it keeps up, it's only about a half inch a day. By Friday, next Friday, we should be,
open spillway.
well, actually, it'll be over probably about Wednesday because one end of the spillway is lower than the other. And it is going under the spillway right now.
That's the only activity I know. I sent a note to GZA last week. And they historically have given me a kind of update of what they've been doing on, but they have not responded. I think we're kind of, out of the picture now, to be honest with you.
Well, when it gets to within an inch or two of an inch or so of the spillway, they want to be contacted. And, well, I contact Nate every Friday anyhow. But he wanted to know when it gets to the spillway, they'll come back and check it. They did, send somebody by in the middle of the week. I didn't see her, but, she would just kind of did a quick check for him and, everything was fine at that time.
Are we all set with the staff gauge?
No,
Yeah, I still have to put it in. I haven't gotten to that. I got it mounted on the backer board and yeah, I'll put it in.
If you need help, let me know. Or 11. Anything else about there? Okay, the next item, the top here is an update on the Lake Well Watershed Engineering Study. I know there's a Zoom meeting on June 25th, 7 p.m. I can say, and as soon as I get the link, I'll send it out to everybody. So if you want to attend, listen to where they are with the study. Tom, is there any other activity of the Lake Wyola Watershed Study?
I'm not part of that group anymore because the old task force, was sunsetted.
Okay,
And I think you might be referring to on June 25th at 7 p.m. is the first meeting of the new stormwater group. And they are the one, that's this study. This is the GZA H&H study from the old stormwater task force.
okay,
But so I'm imagining that's part and parcel with the Stormwater Management Implementation Committee meeting on June 25th. I'm gonna look at the agenda right now, but yeah, a report from GZA. So it's already on the town calendar as a stormwater management meeting.
okay.
That's what I know.
They're gonna cover it's my understanding from Jen, that they're gonna review their findings so far to date.
I wasn't even sure how active they had been yet or just scheduling still, so that's great.
That's all the agenda items I have. Is there anything else that we should talk about that we haven't brought up? Okay, I guess we have a motion to close the meeting.
Second?
So I guess I can think.
I'll make the motion. The chair's not supposed to. I'll make the motion to adjourn the meeting.
And let's,
Second.
Right, so we'll have a vote here, close. Len,
I guess.
Bob. Bob, get back to us in a minute. John,
Yes.
Catherine,
Yes.
Art,
Yes.
Howard,
Yes.
Mark, yes. Tom,
Yes.
Terry is absent. Eric
Yes.
and Walter.
That's what could be my last official vote. Yes.
Yes, I guess so.
Mine also.
Okay,
Oh, good, Bob.
Bob's giving it a yes, okay. Thank you, Rob. Also, we guys can end the meeting in record time. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Told you it was gonna be short.
See if I can figure out how to do that. Do the meeting here.
You know where the battery recycling barrels